Hey everybody, today we're talking about Human Target, Volume 1 and 2. Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent, and today we're talking about Human Target, Volume 1 and 2. These are the hardcovers. Volume 2 came out recently. Volume 1 has, I guess, been out for a while, but I figured let's do an overview of these two at the same time since they represent the complete 12-issue series. Now, one thing that is not collected in here, I think there was like a one-shot of, I don't know if it was short stories or anything like that. Here's the spines, here's the backs, kind of similar. There's a one-shot that's not collected in here, so it's literally just 1 through 6 and then 7 through 12. So that one shot, maybe it'll show up in the deluxe edition or something like that. I've not read any of these two books. I feel like I say I'm love-hate on Tom King, but typically the stuff that he does that's standalone, I feel like is stronger than the stuff that I hated, which was his superhero stuff, right? Like Batman and Heroes in Crisis and things like that. So I figured I would take a chance on Christopher Chance, The Human Target, written by Tom King, art by Greg Smallwood. You would know Greg Smallwood from his recent Moon Knight collection we previewed. We did an overview of it here on the channel, and we did a review of it with Jeff Lemire. He's a phenomenal artist, so really wanted to read this at least for the Smallwood art, if not for an engrossing Tom King mystery. So let's take a look at Volume 1 here. I've not read these, so I can't speak to the quality of the story, but I will read them, and I'll tell you all about them. Now, from what I gathered, just by flipping through these, right, is that it has to do with the Giffen DeMatteis Bwahaha Justice League, right? And Tom King, being a couple years older than me, somewhere in his 40s, I guess, read the Bwahaha era of Justice League and loves them. So, does Christopher Chance, right, that's the character's name, yep, Christopher Chance come in and save the Bwahaha Justice League, or does he doom them to failure? So I was flipping through here, and I'll point this out as we go through here, that this is the same variant cover on every single issue. So when you get to issue number 2, it's the same. 3, 4, 5. At least that's what I thought initially. Then I'm flipping through, and I'm like, is this even a second volume thing? Like, is it a misprint or something like that? No. This is like, you know how the Watchmen hands like always ticked on? This is a similar type of thing. So this is the cover to issue, it says issue number 1 on top of here, but I'm pretty sure this is the cover to issue number 5, right? Or it says book 4. So yeah, you see the X's here on the calendar here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the first issue, it's just 1. So as they go along, you get a couple more red X's on this variant cover here. But yeah, you can tell already, like if you love, I feel like if you love DC's New Frontier with Darwin Cook, you're probably gonna like this book just for the art style alone. It's got that same color palette, vivid neons, pastels. It's very reminiscent of what Darwin Cook was doing before he passed away when he was doing the Hunter novels, those graphic novels, very reminiscent of that, just with a little bit more expanded color palette. Those were typically black and white with 1 or 2 colors on a page, whereas here you're getting these kind of abstract shapes. Okay, so let's go back to the credits page and artist, Greg Smallwood. So he is doing the colors himself because the next guy is the letterer. So Greg Smallwood is responsible for everything you see here, and I think that's pretty similar to, who was the guy on, Mitch Gerads on Mr. Miracle and Strange Adventures. So that's pretty fun. But yeah, so I don't know who gets killed. I just know it has to do with the Justice League. Ice, I think, takes a pretty big character in here. You got Guy Gardner. So I believe it's a murder mystery, and I would hazard to bet that somebody gets framed. But this is the kind of thing that I think Tom King is good at, doing a mystery here. That's kind of what Strange Adventures was. Mr. Miracle felt a little bit the same. And as long as there are no a bunch of juggling timelines, I think it could work out pretty well. So that is the end paper for book 1, and I'll show you book 2. There's a couple of other covers in the back, some variant covers that are neat, but you know, these hardcovers are pretty lackluster. There's no introduction or anything like that. So here's the cover to book 2, neon pink with just, I guess, Ice and Christopher Chance on there. So now I will confess, I don't know shit about Human Target other than what I learned about his TV show, I believe on Fox, in the mid 2000s or late 2000s, early 2010s. I have no idea. But I do remember watching that show, and I remember loving it, all 2 seasons of it. Jackie Earle Haley was on there. So yeah, this must have been early 2010s. And I loved that show. So that conceit of that show was that Christopher Chance could become anybody. And he was called the Human Target because if there's an assassination attempt, he would go and, you know, put on like either a hologram or a Mission Impossible type mask and take your place, and then he would get kidnapped or assassinated or whatever instead of you. So that's why they call him the Human Target. How that relates to this DC comic story, I have no idea. All right, so here's number 12. It's got ice on it. Everything's blocked out and you can't see. This is the last issue. But yeah, let's go. Here's, yeah, number 10. So, or this is issue 9, right? Book 11. Well, what the hell? Maybe this is 9 days? Now I'm really confused. So I thought it is going up in terms of numbers, but maybe it's like over the case of 12 days in his life or 9 days, however that works out. So I don't want to see the ending or anything. So here's some more variant covers in the back. Some interesting ones here. So yeah, I'm interested. Oh, more variant covers in this one. So I'm interested to read the Human Target here. Let me know down below in the comments if you've read this book. What'd you think of it? Was it good? Was it phenomenal? Was it bad? Let me know down below in the comments, and we will see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.